What's up, world? This is your boy, Coach EB, aka EB the Geeker, and welcome to another edition of Talking Hoops in the Sip. That's right, Talking Hoops in the Sip. Man, I am so excited again today. We have a phenomenal show. It's Big House time. It's welcome to the Big House coming to Jacktown. I mean, we got teams from all over the SIP coming to Jacktown for the Big House. A lot of people's season is over, but some have continued on, and we're excited. And what's so great about tonight, we have some ballers on the show that's getting ready to talk a little bit about their team and what's going on there. But before we do that, let's talk about our sponsor, Tatum and Wade Law Firm, located at 124th East, Meat Street, 124 East, Meat Street, located right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Tatum and Wade are real lawyers who get real results. I say if you want to get paid, you need to go to Tatum and Wade. Well, listen, I'm excited. Welcome, guys. And let me just go through some introductions. We have from obviously some of our co-hosts who are here all the time. Cordarius Jones, founder, owner, coach of DC Bucks AU program. What up, Cord?
What up, Coach? What up, everybody?
Our North analyst on the girls' side. Then we have none other than Southern Sports Platform own Talante Weber. What up, T-Web?
What up, everybody? What's up, world?
And then we have one of the guys who has one of the biggest heads in the world. He runs Mississippi Play Sports and the founder of the Mississippi Bobcats AAU program. My guy, the Elephant Man, Eddie Young. What up, the easy one?
Hey, jackass, how you doing? Hey, and I know it's Sunday, so a lot of people probably wondering why a lot of people think ass is a bad word, but I think ass is in the Bible, Talante. I believe it's a donkey. So he's a jack donkey. So I just want to say, I might just call him jackass all night tonight. And listen, we got some really nice guests on the show. Evie, let's try to get through the introduction a little bit better. I mean, all this slow talking, you struggling and stumbling, man. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just come on, man. Let's get a better delivery than what you got going on right now.
Man, I am not struggling at all. I don't like this is what I do. I'm the host and you're a co-host. And so here's the thing, though. You're interrupting our you're interrupting me, and so that's okay. That's what you do. You toot your own horn, your tusk. And so anyway, as I continue, we also have on the show tonight from Pine Grove High School, Mr. Carson Rowland, point guard, scorer extraordinaire and they will be playing Heidelberg High School tomorrow. What up, Carson?
What up, Coach?
All right. And we also, from down on the coast, we have one guy I met one time watching last year playing basketball at NBA. And I said, man, who is that guy? And fundamentally sound, just a dog on defense. Let's welcome to the show, Nick Crass.
What's up, Coach?
And let me ask you guys, Nick, put your camera down so they can see that. There you go. You see all that face. And so then we also have a young man he lives in the Big House. He's been there 3 times. This is his 4th time. He's a senior. His camera is off right now, and I know it's getting ready to come back on. From Raymond High School. We need to see the camera there. TD, if you got it, if you can. Tremaine Dixon, point guard from Raymond High School. What up, Tremaine? Tremaine may be having a little trouble. And then we have the ESPN ESPY Award winner. I don't know why his video is not on. From Jackson State, the man whose shot was heard all across the world, Thomas Snackley. What up, Snack?
What's going on, good people? My video will be on shortly. I'm currently driving back, so I'm almost back.
Okay. TD, what's up? TD, aka Tremaine
What's
Dixon,
up?
aka Trey. How you doing?
I'm good, Coach. I'm in the Raymond Woods right now, so
I
my
got you. Yeah, be safe.
my
Yeah.
service start
Yeah,
Okay.
we gotta let him get to the house first.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we'll do that because I know how it is
yes,
with traffic.
sir. Appreciate you for having me.
Okay, we'll get back to Tremaine when he gets to the house. Hey, you know what? Tremaine, that his when he was slurring right there because of the bad internet connection, it reminded me of Eddie Young's normal speech. Because that's how he normally, I'm an elephant. And you start, you know how you start talking an elephant and we don't understand. So like that, it was like, it revived like, man, is that Eddie? But no, it was Tremaine in a bad area. So it wasn't. Hey, listen, we got a lot, man. It's big house time. It's big house. And you got girls, guys, we got some phenomenal matchups. And so we'll start with the guys tonight a little bit in a few, but man, I'm just excited about this week. We got JUCO Region 23 that's going on. That's initially they're gonna all teams are in the regional play, and then they play at the higher seed this week, and then they finish up at Mississippi Coliseum for the Final Four for the right to go to the national tournament. On the girls' side, they just played the state championship, and in a barn burner, Jones College beat Coahoma Community College in the championship 65-63. Melanie Timms, former player at Choctaw Central, hit the game-winning layup against them. Ashanti Backus for Coahoma Community College missed a three at the end that would have won it. Two tremendous teams led by two tremendous coaches in Jones and Missy Bilderback, and then for Coahoma, Stephanie Murphy. Stephanie Murphy, and I've said this before on the show, no disrespect to anybody else in the junior college rankings, but Stephanie Murphy has done a phenomenal job. She has taken a place where I know personally, because I'm from Clarksdale, Mississippi, she's taking the worst job in junior college, arguably in the country, and turned it into a power. There's no doubt in my mind that it was one of the worst jobs around, and she's done a phenomenal job, and she's definitely one of the biggest and most upcoming coaches, around the state. We have our chatters on. We got Sam Rogers. He's on every day. He says, what's going on, Coach EV? He's already joking, AKA the purple jelly bean. So that's what he calls me. That is, I mean, they are on Sam Rogers. We got to get him on the show, at some point here. Let me ask you this, Talante, you've been back here. Let's just talk a little bit before we get to guys. Let's talk about your thought process on just the whole big house, and from a media standpoint, you were there last year, and I know you'll be there this year. Talk to me your thoughts about just teams getting into the big house and what we can expect this weekend.
Well, yeah, I've been my first one I came back to, it was at Ole Miss, the first time I went to the state championships since I've been back. I actually like that format where, they were actually playing at the colleges. Like in North Mississippi, a lot of people don't realize it, but we do have, some fans that are like super, especially at those smaller schools like Ingomar, Pine Grove. Those games are always packed. And it was packed then at those championship games as well. I think Ingomar played there at Ole Miss. But I like the college format too. I hate they didn't get to do Mississippi State last year, but we know they had to reschedule some games with COVID and everything going on. And plus, I was a little salty because that's right down the street from me. So I could have went to the game every day. But the big house, last year was my first time going to the big house in Jackson. It was a pretty great experience. It was full of fans. I think last year you had Holmes County. The games I went to, Holmes County boys and girls played, so they like brought the whole city out. So the stadium was pretty packed. I didn't get to go to the Thursday game, but Friday and Saturday, it was a great atmosphere. I'm sure Tremaine can tell you a little bit more about it than me because he's been there every year, like you said. I mean, it's going to be his fourth row going. So I like it. The only thing I don't like, I just hate the court. You know what I'm saying? I just think the court is a little outdated. I don't know if you guys look at Alabama, like Alabama finals, they change it like every year. It's like super nice. I know it might be in a bigger arena, but the court is always like super nice. I just don't like the color scheme with the blue and the orange balls. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's a little outdated. So if we can fix that, I think it'll be like perfect. That's the only thing I have.
Hey, Talante, I got another complaint though. When two number one teams got that region, whoever on top region, it's stupid, man. It's crazy. I don't get it. It's kind of unfair to some teams because home court advantage is a big thing, and you want to be able to be rewarded for home court advantage. That Elite Eight is crazy. Two number one seeds going, and it just a luck. I don't know how they do it. Oh, you region 6, you get the home court. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it, bro.
Right, and I think we talked about it last show. I think they should do third round at a neutral site like they did 2 years ago. I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to travel. Somebody might travel further than the other team, but I think give everybody a fair shake where you're not going – because home court advantage do play a big deal. You know what I'm saying? If you got your fans in there, you're going to play like an extra good. So I just think if they get to travel. So I think they teeter-totter with everything the state is. But I think if we can go back, I like when they switch it around. I like the third round being where the Elite Eight being at a neutral site for both teams. Like you said, the 1 seed, if we got 2 1 seeds playing, I don't think either team should host. You know what I'm saying? I think they should both be somewhere else. So if they can
be honest, bro. I mean, to be honest, you talking about okay, just say a school up here got to go to Jackson or below, right? You got to get out of school early. You got to travel on the bus because most schools not going to go down there and stay overnight. You don't have the funds to do that. You got to leave early. You got to get down there. You got to stretch. You got to eat. I mean, it's just like playing AAU. That Friday game that you come into, if you don't get down there early, that thing can be a monster. Playing on them weekend terms. So it throws the kid off. I mean, that's an excuse, but I'm the one making it. I ain't no coach. I'm just throwing it out there, so.
Yeah, and then this year was kind of weird because, you know what I'm saying, they had a lot of downtime this week. And I'm going to ask the players, how did y'all feel, you know what I'm saying, having that you had a week break and then you play again? Because I know years previous, it was a little different from that than y'all having to wait a whole week to play the third round game. How did y'all cope during the week with doing that?
I'll go first. It really gave us a lot of benefit because I remember last year we had our Sweet 16 game, I think, on Thursday, and then we had to get back Saturday and travel to Pass Christian and play that Saturday, and then we had to get back and I think played our Final Four game Monday. So having that week off, just gave us more time to prepare for equipment this year. And now, we only get 1 day off today and have to play tomorrow night. So having that week off definitely, saving our legs a lot compared to last year.
And what about y'all, Nick and Carson? How y'all feel about it? I know this y'all first time making it this far, right?
Yes, sir, it is. I was antsy all week, man. I was ready to play. So obviously, like Tremont was saying, it did give us time to prepare, but we were all plays. We would have rather play Wednesday or Thursday. Get it on. We were wait to play. But we did prepare pretty well. So.
Are you on? It's not showing you.
I think the girls got their mic
That's
on.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It look like they're the restaurant.
We are.
Yeah, they're on. Mute your mics real quick, Madison and Clara. There we go. Good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Carson. This is your first time going to be in here, Carson, at the big house?
Yeah,
We can't hear you, Carson.
I think he muted too.
Unmute yourself, Carson. We now
I think his mic just low.
your mic might just be low.
We can't hear you, Carson.
We can't hear you, Carson.
Turn your volume up on your phone.
While Carson's getting ready, getting that together. Well, Nick popped off. Tremaine, talk to us about, and we'll jump in with the girls. Talk to us about, you have been here. You are a veteran. At the end of the day, you've been to the Big House all 4 years, from freshman year to now your senior year. Talk to us a little bit about a run through from freshman, sophomore, junior. You've obviously won, I think, 2 championships, right? Or you've won 1 championship. Which one? You won one, trying to get 2. And so talk to us a little bit about, each one that you've been in, and, what you do to prepare yourself individually and what you guys do as a team.
Well, I think it really started before I even got to high school. Me and Jabari, we started in 7th grade in middle school, and our 7th grade year, the high school team had made it to the championship game. Our 8th grade year, they had made it to the championship and won. So, coming into the program, we already knew that was the expectation. That was, to go each and every year to compete for a state championship. So my first year, I was coming off the bench as a backup point guard, and, we had a full starting 5 full of 5 seniors, and they just showed me the blueprint of how to work every day, how to carry yourself on and off the court. And, I give a lot of credit to them and Coach T to just like my 9th grade year grabbing me and, stringing me along. And at the end of that state championship run in the Florence game, I ended up playing like the final 4 minutes to close that game out. And ever since then, I've been leader of every single team, trying to get back to where we should be, and that's raising gold ball each and every year. And I believe all of it starts in practice when we're, the second group is competing with the first group. It's always best on best. It's not, the first group always just beating up on lesser guys, less talented guys. Me and Jabari will go in and practice majority of the day, majority of the practice, majority of the season. So I think that's what separates us from other programs. I think that's what makes us one of the best programs, not just in the state, but in the Southeast.
So basically what you're saying to me, you guys have an expectation to win. Your expectation is you're getting to the Big House every year, and you expect to win.
Absolutely. If we're not winning, like, I know no shade at any other schools, but we haven't hung up a runner-up banner in I don't know how long. Like, runner-up banner is just not something that we do. We're not gonna raise up a Elite 8 banner, a Sweet 16. None of that is state championship or bust.
And you know what? I like that. Go ahead, Talante. Look like you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question. I know you had said that, but the past 2 seasons y'all did get beat. So I know, like, being a kid, how does that, how mentally exhausting is it, or just what's the mental block with, I know y'all getting there every year. You won as a freshman, but the past 2 years you haven't won. Does any doubt like creep in your mind, like, man, we'd have been here like, 3 times. This would be the 4th time that we make it here. How do you prepare yourself, to forget about those past 2 and try to get the win this year?
Just, it is frustrating losing, especially losing 2 coming so far. You put in so much work, and then you come up short two years in a row. And in the fashion that we lost, my sophomore year, lose off a questionable call, and then 11th grade year just getting it handed to us. So I remember my 10th grade year, I didn't handle the loss well at all. But my 11th grade year, I kind of took it as a character thing. So when we lost that 11th grade year, us as a team, we just handled the loss a whole lot better than we did the previous year. And we actually had, a reporter talk to our coach, and, the reporter recognized that. So I feel like those two losses built a lot of character within us, and it just made us hungry. I mean, after we lost that championship game, my 11th grade year, my Coach Taylor didn't even hand out the second place medals. He just put them right on our bench in our practice gym. And every single time we walked in for practice, we seen those medals just sitting there. And, we just got after it. We finally had a summer, after last summer with COVID and stuff, we didn't have like a traditional summer. So this summer we went around. We went to Mississippi State camp on Friday, then went to Southern Miss the day after, and I think we went like 8-1, 7-1, something like that. Played number one team out of Louisiana, played some tough teams at Mississippi State as well. So, after that summer, we were real confident. And then, we lose our first couple games at the beginning of the season, but we always take our losses as learners. We understand that when you lose, you got to be able to learn from your mistakes, get closer as a team, and you also want to peak at the right time. So after that, we played some of the top bigs in the country, John Bowe, 5-star, also a big from Madison Prep, committed to Seton Hall. So playing guys like that, we come back from Christmas break and we're playing, back in our district, and we just been on the roll ever since. And I feel like we're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that. Let me shift gears real quick. We're gonna stay on. We're gonna come back to you, Tremaine, and we're gonna come back to you, Carson. But we gotta jump in. We got the girls from Tishmingo in the building, Madison Bennett and Clara Garland. And I see the smile on their face. And that smile on their face, just to me, it's a beautiful smile, but it's also, it looks like it's that smile that says, yeah, EV and all of y'all picked against us last week. And here we are in the building, still playing out to eat. How you unmute yourself, and how are you guys doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's right. You guys have been on here before, and I thank you for coming on again. You're good sports. Talk to me. Like, I know you guys watched the show last week, or maybe you didn't, but I know y'all probably heard all of us on here, myself, Eddie, and Cord, because we had Pontotoc coach on here last week. We chose Pontotoc, but y'all went on the road and popped them. Did we have any bulletin board? Did we help y'all at all with that, or y'all was just focused?
Gave us a lot of motivation.
I don't mind being an underdog.
Yeah, I don't mind being an underdog at all.
Well, good. You guys are great sports. Talk to me, you guys. Now, remind me, were you guys, and you have to forgive me because Eddie is the elephant, and he has a memory of an elephant. An elephant remembers everything. So his head is so Eddie maybe can help me. Was you guys in the Final Four last year, or y'all got knocked out?
We got knocked out third round.
Okay, so talk to me how you feel. Is this you guys' first time being at the big house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, see, Eddie, I kind of did remember that. But anyway, how do you guys feel about this being your first time in the big house? And, talk to me.
I'm really excited. Like, I'm still on cloud nine from Friday night.
It's exciting knowing that we were able to do this, not only for the team, but for the community as well, because it hasn't happened since like 96.
Yes. This is the second time in school history, so it's a big deal.
So we everybody from Tishmingo County is going to be in the big house tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I heard it's going to be packed.
A lot of them.
Okay.
It's going to be loud.
Eddie, you got something for him? Or Cord, I know that you got him on. So, Cord, you got anything question for him? I mean, you picked against him too.
Hey, they put my arms on the wall. They pinned me to the wall. They made me pick Pontotoc. But no, I had faith in you guys. Y'all have a really good team. We definitely did say whoever won that game will win the 4A state championship. So we definitely rooting for you all. You know, here on out.
We'll see what happens. We'll play our best no matter what.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Give it all, put it all out there.
Y'all got a good team. Y'all rolling. So the fans gonna be in the building. I definitely didn't want to get killed by y'all fan base. Y'all have a great fan base. You know, so I just picked the home court advantage, which I felt like was a little. Both of y'all was number 1 seeds, right?
That's a safe choice. It's a safe choice to make.
And I don't agree with that. I feel like it should have been on a neutral site. So you know, neutral site might would have been a different choice.
Right.
But how y'all feel about being so long with the program making it to the Final Four? How y'all feel about having a chance of winning it all?
I mean, it's crazy. It still ain't settling in that, hey, we're in Jackson because we worked so hard for this.
It's an opportunity, and we're just trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Get us a ring.
I seen some emotion going on. My bad, Eddie. I was gonna tell Clara. I seen some emotion going on her face when you won. How did that what made them emotions show up on your face at that time when y'all won that game?
It's just like we worked so hard. We put in countless hours. And when you finally see the hours show off and you see what you've done, I didn't mean to cry. It just happened and it just all came out at once.
Hey, Madison and Claire, how y'all doing? How you girls doing tonight? What's up, girls? How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Hey, Madison.
Speaking English, not elephant. Speaking English. Enunciate your words.
Hey, Madison. I spoke with your dad last week. He told me you're pretty smart. You're a pretty smart young lady, right?
Sure.
You're pretty smart. I want you to help me with something real quick, Madison. Do you see this guy in this blue sweater? Now, what I want y'all to do, Claire, and maybe you can help me out because I know you're pretty smart too. You see how big his head is? And you see how tight that sweater? What I'm trying to figure out for the past 20 minutes, I've been trying to figure out how in the hell did he put that sweater on over that big old head? Like, I just can't. And I know y'all smart, so I'm just trying to figure out, did he grease his head down? Like, how did that big old fat neck, look how tight it is around his neck. I'm just trying to figure out, how did he get that over his head? But anyway, look, like they said, I ain't gonna backtrack. Y'all know I picked y'all last year to win it, and I was off, and that's the way basketball is.
Yes,
Unlike baseball, sometimes in baseball you got 2-game series, the best 2 out of 3. So you don't have to be the best team sometimes in basketball. You just gotta be the best team that night. And so you girls were the best team against Pontotoc. So congrats to y'all. I know y'all got a good group. And as Cord alluded to earlier, we do believe that you guys in Pontotoc are obviously the 2 top teams. So now will y'all go from being underdog? I know Madison said she liked being the underdog. Now you guys are the favorite. So shifting gears now, I would probably say most of the people in the state are picking you guys to go ahead and win the state championship. How do y'all use that as we shift gears from being an underdog team in Pontotoc to now being the favorite? What's y'all mindset going into the game this week?
Well, with us being the favorite, that just means more people are gunning for us. So we know we have to go even harder than before.
We got a big target on our back now.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well, I know y'all be prepared. I know Coach does a tremendous job of getting y'all prepared, and y'all got a three-headed monster with Reese. I know Reese is not on. Reese Moore, who's y'all super sensational sophomore, who's contributed tremendously for y'all. So should be exciting to see y'all. I'll be covering the girls all this week, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. And before we let you go, Claire, I want to ask you one question. Have you ever heard of Pastor Bishop T.D. Jakes?
Do what now?
Have you ever heard of the Bishop T.D. Jakes?
I don't think so.
No. Google him when you get off the show, and let me know, is he as ugly or does he look like Pastor Evie the Geeker? They look very similar. So like I was just looking, him and TD Jakes look kind of similar to me. But anyway, girls, we appreciate having y'all. Looks like y'all having fun. Are y'all in Jackson now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And
good.
I got a question. I got a question for Clara. All the talk, the negative talk early with a particular game. I'm not gonna say the game. How do you bottle that up and get the last laugh this year? How you feel about that? Getting that last laugh.
Yeah, I mean it ain't over till we win it all. So I mean,
Hey, but you still in the game. You still in the game more than a lot of people. A
yes,
lot of people at the house.
I'm
Getting
taking
the
all
AU
I'm
shirts
taking all the
ready.
negativeness and putting that out on people pretty much.
Right. I'm with it. I like that. Madison, how many deep threes you gonna hit? Because you know you
As many as they give me.
you one of the best shooters in Bucks history. That girl go 4 for 5 every game. So
let me address that. I'm glad you brought that up, Cora, because I think this is a big deal that's in the and Tremaine, who's been there for the most, probably can attest to this. I think there's two things that's happened in the big house. And when it comes to shooting, one, they have those 3 lines, and I see kids always shooting from that last line. And then when they don't shoot at that last line, they shoot 2 feet from it. So now what they normally, go from the 19-9, that last line is about 23 feet out. So then if you take 2 feet from that, that's 25 feet. And I see a lot of air balls. I see a lot of bad shooting. I think it's important that you get to the line, the proper line, because I think it's been confusing. And we don't see a lot of great shooting because of that, along with the backdrop. Obviously high schools are enclosed, and I see a lot of problem with that. Let me ask you this, Tremaine. You like to shoot a lot of deep balls. How much has that affected your shooting, and then just the shooting period? What's your thoughts on that?
In my earlier, like my freshman and sophomore year, it impacted me a lot because, I'm just, when you're in the flow in the game, you're not thinking about, oh, let me shoot from the first line. You see that last 3-point line, you're getting ready to shoot. You're not fully processing it. But my junior and senior year, I've adjusted more to it. And especially this year with us going to Arkansas and playing in a similar facility to the big house, I've done a better job of, making sure I'm getting closer to that line. And as far as the backdrop, I mean, I'm be honest with you, if you can shoot, you can shoot it. I remember, I think last year there was a girl from, I think, Ignomar, her name was like Katie Beth something. And I mean, I seen her hit like 5, 6 threes. So I mean, if you can shoot it, then it's not really gonna bother you. If you're a real shooter, just gonna go in there thinking, it's a ball in the rim. Just don't overthink it for real.
Well, I will say this: Katie Beth Hall is her name, exactly right, and she was warm. She was actually what they call, how people say, man, she's warm. A lot of people back in my day say she's EV. It's kind of like, see, I don't understand. She's EV. She's stupid warm when you like Madison. You hope you be EV tomorrow. That's what
Madison shouldn't have no problem shooting from the NBA line. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, let me ask you this. Switching Carson. Let's see if we can get you. Why don't you say hello and let's see if we can get you back going. Carson, we got you.
What's up, Coach?
Okay, bingo. We got volume. Carson. Now, this is your first time in the big house. I saw you play. I think the first time I seen you play, I saw you play at Talante's showcase in the summertime. And I said, I just want to be honest with you. I was like, man, who is this white boy? He got some swagger. He can flat out go. I mean, that's what I said. I was like, you kind of had to. You don't have the. You gave me white chocolate vibes a little bit. You didn't not with the. You wasn't the flair like so much like, but you just reminded me of Jason Williams a little bit. You know who that is, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And so you were scoring that thing at a high level. Talk to me about your first time coming and what the people can expect from you in Pine Grove.
Man, it's it's just crazy. It's first time Pine Grove boys have been to Jackson since 1977. It's like 45 years. So it's just crazy that we got to make a little history. But man, I can score. Some people, everybody knows I can score a little bit, but I think my best attribute to the game is my court vision. Not a lot of people know that. But I see the floor very well, and I look to get my teammates involved.
But don't you got like 2,000 points, 500 rebounds, or something like? And what is it? 500 assists or steals or?
Yeah, it's assists. I'm 18 points away from 2,000 points, and I already got 500 rebounds, 500 assists.
So you like the white chocolate comparison, huh?
Yeah, so I like that.
Yeah, you look. I mean, I'm serious. Like if we put Jason, see, Eddie don't know who white chocolate is. Eddie's thinking about a white chocolate mousse that he can eat at a restaurant. He's not thinking about the person. I mean, he's salivating over there like, oh, white chocolate. I love white chocolate. I love white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. I mean, no, Eddie, we're talking about the basketball player, white chocolate. I mean, get your mind off food. I mean, you sweating gravy right now. I mean, you got to cut that mess out, man. Like, you got to stop it. But, Carson, I'm telling you now, Heidelberg.
Hey, Evie, hold on. Listen,
Okay.
we gotta welcome the veteran shoes on here, man. I'd have come over there and slap you. We ain't welcome. We gotta pay homage to the veteran, man. Hey, take your phone off. Hey, take your phone off of mute, Evie.
I'm trying. Oh, Evie.
Look, hey, y'all take a look at this clown, y'all. Everybody just take a second and look at him. Hey, take your phone off of mute, man, so you can welcome the veteran. How disrespectful can you be?
Hey, Shoes understands. I mean, Shoes is a veteran. He gets it. He just snuck in there. He came in. He's acknowledged without being acknowledged. But see, a guy like you're from the jungle, and I know do you go feeding? What time do you go feeding? I know
man,
you go.
Come on, give Shoes a proper introduction, man.
We did. Mississippi Hoop Report. Lavelle Shoes Johnson. Shoes. Talk to me, Shoes. You've seen Tremaine Dixon. You've seen Carson play. What's your thoughts a little bit? Tell us a little bit about your big house experience. That's what we did earlier. You are the veteran. What are some of the, some things that we can expect to see in the big house? I mean, we know you can go all the way back to 1942. So tell us what you think about the big house.
Okay. Man, I mean, I'm there every year. I love it. I've seen some outstanding matchups. I mean, I've seen the Merle teams, the Provine battles. I've seen a lot of other outstanding teams and action come through there, man. It's always a pleasure for me to sit there courtside and watch all the games. From 1A all the way up to 6A. You're gonna see some outstanding players. I know you say you called Casey first last year at the live event, but he was at our other camp. Casey, weren't you at the Crossroads of the South about a year before that, or early year last year? Casey, awesome. I guess he's
what you say?
But weren't you at one of the Crossroads of the South camps before you came to Lante's camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first saw him. He balled out at that one too. I saw him there a year before. So I know he's a heck of a player. I saw him play earlier this year. I was in Oakland earlier this year, saw you play there. When y'all beat Starkville Academy. So he's one of the best shooters in the state. He's definitely one of the best shooters in the state. And like he says, you don't always recognize his court vision, and because when I saw him play with his team earlier this year, he's putting the situation where he had to try to score a lot. And the camp ball, hey, ain't a whole lot of things going down camp ball. But I really was I'm really glad to see him. I think I've been high on him for about a year and a half now. I was glad to see he's able to get his team here. Pine Grove girls are like a mainstay here, so I'm sure the community is really excited to see the boys make it for a change because the girls have had a mighty run here for years. Um, I'm glad to see. I think a lot of people, and as far as St. Patrick's, I think there are a lot of people still sleeping on St. Patrick's. They've been down there on the coast playing. And they've been good. I knew they were going to be good this year. They were good last year. I thought they'd be good this year, and up to this point they have been. I was at their game against Ocean Springs, and I really wish there had been a good floor so we could have seen what was going on. How good they could be that day. That floor really mucked that game up, but they've been really good throughout the year. I think they're I don't think nobody's gonna give it to them, but I think they to me they're the favorite to win 3A, win 3A title. But I know nobody's gonna give it to them. They've got to handle their business, and I think they got a really good test this past week against Franklin County. Though that team was better than a lot. That was another team that was under the radar that a lot of us didn't know about a whole lot about. They had some talent on that team. I see they pushed them pretty good, and I think they came through with it. I think that's probably sometimes you got to weather that one storm, and I think that might have been their test. And I think they should be the favorites in 3A. And of course, we all got Raymond as a high favorite over in 4A. I think we all be surprised if they don't win, this year. And I don't mean to put that on Tremaine and them and everything, but I think we'd always be surprised if they don't win it. They're right now my number one team in the state, ranked the number one team in the state in the Mississippi Hoop Report rankings. And, so like I say, state is a big deal, always a great event. Guys, like I say, St. Patrick and Pine Grove haven't been here, so these guys get to, they get to kind of make their own memories and show what they can do in front of the crowd. A lot of people that hadn't been able to see them in the past.
Well, I tell you, I'm excited. Like I said, it's always good to have the newbies here. Let's take a moment and look at what let's go over last week's records. In 4A last week, Clarksdale, New Albany. Snacks is not on here, but we'll just go. Shoes, you said New Albany lost. Delonte, you said New Albany lost. EB, you said Clarksdale, but then you changed at the last minute and went back to New Albany, and New Albany lost. So I was there with my Clarksdalians, and then I sold them out.
You don't get no credit for that. You don't get no credit for that, EB. You don't get no credit for that, EB, now.
I know I don't. I got you.
When they're on the TV show and they ask final answer, your final answer is what you graded on.
And that's right. You're exactly right. So then we had Moss Point, and we all picked Moss Point, and they won. Then we had Leak Central, and then I went with Gentry, and then we all had Raymond. So at the end of the day, everybody in the 4A was 3-1, and I was 2-2. For 5A boys, we had Cleveland Central, New Hope. Shoes, you were the only one that had Cleveland Central. You were being silly. And then I see Snack is back. He was the only one had Provine, and he was against Home Central. He was being silly. And then I was the only one that had Hattiesburg against Florence. I was being silly. And so we all finished 3-1. Well, I take that back. Everybody was 4-0. Yeah, Talante was 4-0 in that. Shoes, you were 3-1, and then Snacks, you was 3-1, and I was 3-1. And then 6A boys, Talante was the only one who had Olive Branch. We all had Tupelo, and then we all had Biloxi. Cord, he jumped in. I don't know why he jumped in and put South Hayden. And we all had Clinton. And then I was the only one had Northwest Rankin. So I was 2-2. Talante was 4-0, and everybody else was 3-1.
Hey man, we don't miss. It's clutch time now, man. We ain't missing these. Hey, I already got my
boy, I
prediction for
tell
the
you, boy,
championship
when
too,
God,
man.
you know, when you got a couple guys now. Last year when he missed, but now it's clutch time. Last year was clutch time too. All of a sudden, boy, I tell you about people when they get a few things right. It's clutch time now.
Clutch time.
Now on the girls side of things, we all had with myself, Eddie, and Cord. We had Pontotoc. We all lost that. We did have Pass Christian. Eddie chose Cord chose South Pontotoc. He just was trying to be fair to the north. And then in 4A girls, everybody had Newton County except me. So I was 2-2. Eddie and Cord were 3-1 in 4A. 5A girls, everybody chose Columbus except me, being silly again. And so then everybody chose, Cord chose Laurel, I chose Laurel, Eddie chose Brookhaven. And then Vicksburg, Cord was being silly again and chose Vicksburg over Neshoba Central. I don't know what he was thinking. And then we all chose West Jones. So Eddie was 4-0. Cord was 2-2. And I was 2-2. And the 5A. So it looks like Eddie is leading so far. And that's amazing. Eddie hadn't won anything all year. We all had Meridian. We all had Clinton except Cord again. He was just doing that being funny. And then we all had he knew Horn Lake wasn't gonna win, but he's from Horn Lake, so he had to do that. And then
I'm from Hernando. I'm not from Horn Lake. Don't put that on me, EB. I'm from Hernando.
Okay.
From
and then Eddie was off. That's when Eddie didn't get a chance to do 6A because he was feeding at the time. That's when he went off and went in the jungle and started eating. What do you eat during that time? Do you eat trees? What do you do? Tree leaves? I mean, what do you do as an elephant? Do y'all eat is it what do you do?
Hey, well, let me tell you, I actually, if I was picking those games, I'll be honest with you, I would have had Clinton. Well, what I had was Clinton. I had Tupelo, which I would have lost.
Okay.
I had Meridian, and then I had Harrison Central. So I would have went 3-1. I would have lost the Germantown Tupelo game. I thought, you always try to find one upset, and I thought Tupelo at home, again, as we talked about the top seeds playing at home, I would have taken that just because Tupelo was at home, and I just thought that night, that with their crowd, Tupelo has a really good crowd. And I just thought that maybe one of Germantown Big Two and Rouse or Booker might have gotten foul trouble or something like that. I know they've been having some issues with foul trouble. They get down and
Rouser fouled out, I think.
Rouser fouled out.
Matter of fact,
like 4 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah,
like 3 minutes left in the fourth. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I was banking. That's what I was banking on with that one. So I would have been 3-1, based on the ones I had.
Well, let me just jump in. I'm gonna go right back to Eddie. We just got on live chat. Mississippi Sports Group, who's on the live chat, jumped in and said Carson Rowland and Tremaine Dixon are two of the best point guards in Mississippi, in my opinion. That's who the Mississippi Sports Group. Good luck to both of you. So they said that on our live chat. And Michael Bester said Biloxi versus Petal for overtime game was the game versus Petal went to 4 overtimes, and it was the game of the year. So I'm glad to have that. Well, that brings us to now we are in the Final Four. It's time to put up and shut up again. So here we have 2A boys. So let's Talante, who you got? Pine Grove, Heidelberg.
I got Pine Grove winning the whole thing.
Okay, so you already going. Yeah, so that's okay. You got Talante has Pine Grove as our champion. Now, let me ask you this, Carson, with that being said, how do you feel about that? You got Talante already crowning you. Is that extra pressure? I mean, do you believe are you one of these guys that believe in superstition. You don't want somebody to pick you.
Nah, I don't believe in that. But I know my dad. He downstairs listening. He big on. He's superstitious, so I know he ain't gonna like that too well.
Yeah. Well, for me, I just be honest, man. I think it has no bearing at all. I don't think there should be anything. I think we should eliminate this. To me, it's no such thing as bulletin board material. If you ask a person, should they win? Everybody should be saying, yes, we expect to win. That's why we play the game. That's why we're here in the big house at the end of the day. Shoes. Okay, well, Talante, who you got? Choctaw Central, Velma Jackson.
Man, I got to go with my play. I got to go with, I want Choctaw to win, but I know Velma Jackson got a pretty good team, even though they aren't what they used to be. I know they still got a pretty good team. I'm gonna go with Choctaw because they got Caleb Cunningham, man. So I'm gonna roll with them.
Choctaw County. Shoes, who you got? Pine Grove, Heidelberg.
I'm gonna go with Pine Grove.
Okay. Choctaw County.
Heidelberg, I know Pine Grove is good.
Choctaw County, Velma Jackson.
Velma's kind of surprised people have gotten there, but they've been there they've been there consistently lately. I gotta feel like their experience will top for something, so I'm gonna go with Velma Jackson.
Snack, who you got? Pine Grove, Heidelberg.
I'm gonna go with Pine Grove.
Oh, I'm back to you, Shoes. I'm sorry. Okay, well, who we got winning it all, Shoes? Pine Grove, Velma Jackson.
It's a tough one. I'm gonna stick with experience. I'm gonna stick with experience.
Velma Jackson. We go against Carson Roller. Carson Roller got a nice smile, like, yeah. Snack, who you got? Choctaw County or Velma Jackson?
Go with Choctaw County.
Choctaw County. Who you got winning it all?
I'm gonna say Choctaw County gonna do the gist.
Choctaw County, another one against. Yeah, I like that. So I got Pine Grove, and then I'm gonna go with Velma Jackson, and I'm going to go with the young man White Chocolate, and I'm gonna go with Pine Grove and White Chocolate to get it done. And Eddie, it's not White Chocolate Mousse. Stop salivating at the mouth, please. Okay, 3A boys, Boonville, St. Patrick. Who you got, Talante?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Oh, I was looking at that matchup earlier. I just think them been there so much. I know St. Patrick got Nick. They got Ryan Ruth. They got Nick's little brother Matthew. But I think if Nick scores, if Nick can go for 30 plus, I'm gonna say St. Patrick. But if, like y'all had said,
no, it don't work that way, Talante.
I gotta go with experience though.
Yeah, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk. So we ain't doing that one. So you gotta pick.
I'm gonna go with I think Boonville, they've been there so many times. They just knocked off North Panola, who I thought, was gonna get there and get it done. So I'm gonna have to go with Boonville just because they've been hot the last 2 weeks, and like y'all said, whoever clicking at the right time, I think I'm gonna have to go with Boonville in that one.
Choose. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with, well, he didn't pick the second one.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do the second one, all of us together.
Okay. Well, you're right. Boonville got experience. They were in the championship game last year. My mind is telling me Boonville, but I've been riding St. Patrick all year, so I'm gonna ride the horse I've been riding, St. Patrick.
Snack, who you got?
I'm gonna go with St. Patrick, man.
I'm going with St. Nick myself. I'm going with St. Patrick. Nick, take us in. All right, Holly Springs, Southeast Lauderdale.
That's a good one. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it on here. I know my guys watching. I thought that I went to let me tell you, I went to the game last night. I drove an hour and a half in pouring down rain. I get to Winona to see my boy Ruglin them play. I couldn't even get in the game. it was bananas and there. It was wall to wall pack. But I'm gonna have to go with I haven't seen Southeast, but I know Southeast got DeMondre Graham and another good guard. But I think kind of with experience, like we've been saying, I think Holly Springs probably gonna get it done.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Southeast Lauderdale. You going with Holly Springs Shoes? Who you going with?
Southeast Lauderdale.
You going with Southeast Lauderdale?
Said Southeast Lauderdale.
And Snacks, who you going with?
Southeast Lauderdale.
All right. So you got Boonfield, Holly Springs, Salante. Who's your champion?
I'm gonna say Boonville.
You got Boonville. Who's your champion? Shoes? St. Patrick, Southeast Lauderdale.
St. Patrick.
Snack.
St. Patty.
I'm going with St. Patty as well. St. Patty, give a dog a bone. Nick Crass is going to get it done. All right. Clarksdale, Moss Point.
I'm gonna go with Moss Point. I'm gonna go with Kedrick Osby.
Osby, yeah, Osby. I don't know what I'm talking about. Irby. Who you got, Shoes?
Moss Point.
Moss Point. Snack.
Give me Moss Point.
You won't get me go against my hometown again. Give me the Clarksdale Wildcats, baby. We are going to the ship. Leak Central Raymond.
Game of the night.
Man, that's a crazy game, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, Raymond been there before. I don't know anything about League Central. Just know they've been on an 18-game winning streak. But I think it goes cold against Raymond, who's been in the championship the past 6-7 years. So I'm gonna go with Raymond.
Shoes.
Going Raymond.
Snacks.
Man, give me that boy Jabari Bossa and Tremaine Dixon, man, for the championship, man.
Okay, championship, Talante.
Raymond gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna avenge those past 2 years. They're gonna get it done. I'm gonna go with Raymond.
Shoes.
Raymond.
I'm going with Raymond to beat my Wildcats in the championship. So we all Raymond. New Hope Picayune. No, I'm not betting against them. No. I got them. Hey, they got to the ship. Good job. All right, way to go, Wildcat. But no, I can't go against Raymond in this one. No, not this one. I went against Raymond last year and I was right, but I can't go against Raymond this year. Jermaine Dixon ain't forgot me saying Lanier last year. He ain't gonna let that happen this year. So you ain't gonna get me out there on no limb. Now Eddie eats limbs, but I'm not gonna, no, I ain't getting out there. New Hope Picayune.
That's easy. New Hope.
Okay, is that easy? Okay, cool. Snacks, New Hope Picayune.
Oh yeah, New Hope gone. Yeah, they might have well. The other team might have well gone. Not even show up.
Ooh. Shoes, New Hope Picayune.
Yeah, well, I got New Hope, but you're not gonna lay down.
It's
not bad.
You ain't got it like you ain't got as strong as Snack talking, huh? Shoes.
No, you're not bad at all.
Okay, here's a big game here. Holmes County Central versus Florence. Who you got, Delante?
Holmes County.
Holmes County. You said that like it wasn't even like you said that so quick, like it didn't even matter what I said. Snacks, who you got? Holmes County, Florence.
Holmes County.
Shoes, who you got? You gonna go against your guy, DC? That's what I was waiting on right there. Because you know he watching.
I know he is. Holmes County.
Holmes County. Well, Holmes County are my guys too, but DC, I'm going with you, baby. We going with you on the upset of the night, baby. The Eddie Young, I'm a big head elephant, upset of the night head. Brought to you by All right, big elephant. I mean, Eddie Young.
Upset. How is that an upset?
Well, because
He
y'all,
ranked
all
in front of
y'all,
them and everything.
hey, all y'all
You're taking
picked
the
Holmes
upset.
County. You picked Holmes County, so it's an upset.
Yeah.
Now, 6A boys.
We picking the upset.
Huh?
We picking the upset. If Holmes County win is an upset.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You picking up. Say, okay, I like how you flipped the gig. The defending state champion. So who you got to win the state championship, Talante?
See on that one. See, we're gonna have to do another show in the week.
No, ain't no another show in the week.
Oh man,
I can't pick this one. I don't know.
Oh.
That's really the only one I don't know. Like every other one I was sure on. Oh man.
Come on, T, give us an answer, man. Be decisive. Give us something, man.
I'm gonna go with since they've been
It's killing him to have to go against New Hope. That's all the problem.
Yeah, that's
him.
what it is.
That's all the problem. It's killing him to have to go against New Hope.
Who you going with? Who you going with?
I don't know. I can't answer. I answer.
No way. No way. Okay, we'll come back.
You got the answer.
Snacks. Who you going with?
For the ship.
Holmes County or New Hope?
Oh, give me New Hope.
Okay, Snacks. Choose who you going with.
Holmes County.
Holmes County. Talante. I'll let you be last, Talante. I'm going with DC. I'm riding DC to the championship. Florence. Florence will be your 5A state champions this year. I just want to get on. Okay. Hey, DC, can I get a ring? What you got, Talante?
Oh man. Man, it's tough. It's a tough one, man. And y'all know I'm a North guy, but I just think, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta go with Holmes. They haven't been beat, they're the champions, so I'm gonna go with Holmes.
Gotcha. All right. And the last one, then we'll shoot over to the girls. Before we go to 6A, does anybody have Biggersville, Bay Springs? Who we got? 1A.
Biggersville.
I'm gonna do Bay Springs.
Choose Bay Springs.
Who's got Bay Springs?
Snacks. Who you got?
Give me Bay Springs.
All right. Byers, McAdams.
Byers.
Talante.
Byers.
Byers. Okay. Snack.
Talante picked the Biggersville game, didn't he?
Yeah,
he picked Biggersville.
Okay.
Snack. Who you got? Byers or McAdams?
Byers.
I'm going with McAdams. I'm just going different. I got Bay Springs as my 1A state champion. Who you got, Snack?
I got I'm gonna roll with you on them. Bay Springs.
Choose.
Bay Springs.
And Talante.
Byers.
Okay. Tom Talante is in the buyer's market. All right, 6A. This is what we've been waiting on. 6A. Who you got, Talante? Olive Branch, Biloxi.
You can just go ahead and pick my I got Olive Branch winning 6A.
Okay, cool. I like that type of energy. Shoes, who you got?
I got Biloxi.
Snacks, who you got?
Give me them boys that close to Memphis, man. Olive Branch.
And I got Biloxi too. Clinton Brandon.
Oh well, I already picked my team, so there's no point in me picking that one.
Who you got? Clinton Brandon though.
I'm gonna go with Brandon.
Okay. Shoes, who you got?
Brandon.
Snacks, who you got?
Give me them arrows.
Shoes, who's your state 6A champion?
Brandon.
Ishmael
You didn't pick Brandon Clinton, even you got.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got
You
Clinton.
didn't pick Brandon. You didn't pick.
Clinton. I got Clinton. I ain't scared. I got Clinton. I'm proud. I live in Clinton. I am going with, and just so you'll know, I'm picking Kamani Hamilton to come and go back to back. I picked him last year, and I'm picking my boy Leonard Taylor. His first year wins a state championship. Back to back arrows. Snacks, who you got in the championship? Clinton or Olive Branch?
Man, I got Clinton by at least 10 plus.
Cool. So we got.
Hold up. Wait. Now we know Olive Branch, like, you know what I'm saying? You know they 20-piece Clinton at the beginning of the season now, right?
And you know that was at the beginning of the season, right?
You do know they put the best version of themselves in the beginning of the season. So you know what I'm saying?
You do know Olive Branch wasn't either, right? You know Olive Branch just knocked off, you know what I'm saying, the most talented team in the state.
Well, I hope they gonna go get DJ Jeffries, Cam Matthew, Wes Taylor. They gonna need them. They gonna need them.
So now, Carson, what's your thoughts? You got, going back to you real quick, you got two of us. We picked two. Hey, me and Talante picked white chocolate, baby. And then you got Snacks. He picked Choctaw County, and Shoe picked Velma Jackson. Anything you want to say to them guys?
Being an underdog.
You like being an underdog?
I do.
Okay, cool. Hey, let me ask you this. Do you think you can give Snacks buckets right now?
Man, 100%.
100%. Okay, cool.
He can't guard me. He can't guard me.
He can't guard you. Okay, cool.
I don't specialize in defense, but if you wanna take it beyond that timeline, the first 1 to 5 makes, I don't think you got a chance.
Oh, okay. You do know Snacks. You do know Snacks hit one from the hash mark.
I do. I seen that, but I like the confidence and all, but come on now. Come on now.
So you can get him in the long range contest too.
I'll get him in whatever he want to do.
That's the type of. Hey, you know what you know who he sounded like right now? You know who he sounded like right now, Talante?
He sound like the geeker. He sound like the geeker.
He could definitely be that. But you know who he sounded like? He sounded like Tommy off Power.
We gotta make sure. Hey, we gotta make sure we bring him down. We gotta make sure we bring him down for the showcase, so we can make that happen.
He talking cash.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. John Tyler just put on. Now I don't know who John Tyler. He says Shoes and EB.
Hey, I think that's Jay Dad. Jay Tyler Dad from
Okay, Jay Tyler Dad. Okay. Okay, he says Shoes and EB keep that same energy. Cool. We ain't tripping, man. We love Jay Taylor. Hey, John.
Yeah, that's Maya Dad.
That's who?
That's Maya Taylor. That's Maya. That's a mistake. That's her dad.
No, it's Tyler, not John Taylor.
I'm looking at the picture. Oh. Yeah, that's Jay Dad from Jalen Tyler from Olive Branch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jalen Dad. Okay.
Hey, John, it ain't nothing personal. We love Jay Tyler. We think he's special. But at the end of the day, we got to pick somebody, and we got Clinton. I got Clinton. Now, I believe Jay Tyler going to have a good game, but he going to get that L this weekend, baby. He was getting that L. Now, I see the one guy over there, his jaws are getting tired because he's ate so much. Let's go to the girls. Eddie Young, it's your time, buddy. The easy one. Biggersville and Lumberton. Who you got? 1A girls.
I got Biggersville.
All right, I got Biggersville too. Who you got? West Union McEvans.
You want to get Talante pick or he gone? He gone.
Talante don't pick girls.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I mean Cord. Cord.
Cord left.
All right. What was the next one we had?
West Union McEvans.
West Union.
West Union. Who's your champion? Stop
West
acting like
Union.
you stop acting like you really know these teams. I like how you study. You don't know guess, because that's when I'm picking Biggersville. Because I don't know either one of them. You don't, he acting
Yeah,
like he didn't say, I watched them play. You don't
that's you.
know them.
Biggersville was there last year. What are you talking about? You were there. What were you doing, Shoes, when we were down there working the event and he was down there every day? What was he doing? Biggersville was there last year.
I
His
know,
job
but
was
I
to
haven't
sample.
seen
His
Biggersville
job
this
was to sample the concession stand. His job was to sample the concession stand. Popcorn, you know,
This clown say he don't know nothing about a team that he was covering last year that was at the state championship while he
That's
was
why
there.
I picked Biggersville. Who you got, Biggersville or West
I
Union?
just
Now,
said West Union. I'm going with West Union. I like Biggersville. I like Goldie. She's a phenomenal player. We're hoping that she's gonna be a Bobcat. I think Dion say she may be coming over to play for us. I think the kid is special. They got a lot of phenomenal players, but I think West Union is playing right now. You know, it's kind of like some teams are destined for success, and it seems like they got the ball bouncing their way. So I'm gonna roll with West Union.
well, I got Biggersville in the championship, and I got Meg Evans beating West Union. So we'll see. 2A girls, Belmont, West Lincoln.
Belmont.
He going with now. You need to know. McEvans is about 8 minutes from Cleveland, so that's why he's going with McEvans. He's going with his Delta team. That's his whole team. They about 8 minutes south of Shaw.
Hey, West Lincoln has had a phenomenal year that nobody expected them to be to the big house. Hey, kudos to West Lincoln. Y'all have done a tremendous job. Y'all season is over. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Belmont by about 25 or 30 points.
Ooh, now see, I ain't gonna go and get into that. Like Eddie just went on and said a bloodbath. See, Eddie, I ain't like you ain't gotta be like that now. I just said Belmont.
They gonna get murdered like that, man. Jeez.
It's gonna be pretty bad. Yeah, I think that one's gonna get pretty bad.
New Sighted Lake.
That Lake group been together for a while. I think, something got to be said about camaraderie.
Are you picking them or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lake.
I'm going New Sight. I got Belmont as champions. Who you got?
Belmont.
All right. Boonville, Franklin County.
I know a lot of people gonna have Boonville, but I think Jasharia Hunt just shows up and shows out and had one of the best performances of any kid in the big house in quite some time. So I'm gonna roll with Franklin County and my girl Jasharia Hunt to pull off the upset on Boonville.
I'm going with Boonville. Noxubee County and Union.
I'm gonna go with Noxubee. I'll pick on that one too, Eddie. My bad.
I know you like Noxubee County and Tootie Lockett. Tootie's my girl. I'm gonna roll with Tootie Lockett in Noxubee County. Although I think that's gonna be a tremendous game with them versus Union. So I'm gonna roll with Noxubee County.
I'm gonna go with Union, even though I love Tootie Lockett. I don't like Tootie. I love her, but I'm gonna go with Union, and then I'm gonna go with Boonville to win it all.
Delonte Company, tell him what the man said about him on the chat, EV.
Oh, you said that boy. Hey, who was that? Mason. Mason said I caught the plea.
Yeah. He saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to, man. You know how hard it is, to pick against your home area team. You know what I'm saying? People that they host the event with me. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to pick against them.
Who you got, Eddie? Champions.
Well, you gotta sell out.
Franklin County.
Yeah, he beat with Clarksdale. Just sell out.
Yeah, I sold out. I did. Franklin County. All right, Tishomingo Pass Christian.
Tishomingo.
Me too. I ain't going against them. Matter of fact, they're my champions. I'm going with them all the way. Choctaw Central, Newton County.
Choctaw Central.
Me too. Who you got in your championship? Who your championship?
Tishomingo.
Okay. 5A girls, Columbus, Brookhaven.
Columbus. Shania Givens is back for Columbus. I wasn't even aware that she's been playing with Columbus. She's a difference maker with Shania and the post players, Michaela Reeves and those girls. I just think Charity Yates, Coach Harrison get the job done. I'm going with them. Hey, Angel Wilkerson, don't get mad at me, Miss Cookie. I love you. You still a Bobcat, but I just think I'm going with Columbus on this one.
And we all know who Neshoba West Jones. We know who we're going with there, right?
I'm picking West Jones.
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. I'm going to Neshoba Central. Neshoba Central.
And Neshoba to win the championship, correct?
Neshoba to win the championship. That's correct.
You know, I think that game gonna be a lot better than people think it's gonna be between Columbus and Neshoba. Both of them win because Columbus do got a lot of length. You know what I'm saying? And then
okay, so go ahead. Let's put your money where your mouth is. Who you picking?
Listen, I'm just giving my spiel now. You know, I think Neshoba gonna win.
Oh, okay.
He said it's gonna be a better game.
Just wanted to make sure. Hey, what's West Jones record is?
Man, West Jones has had a really good year. They've won well over 20 games. They hadn't lost a lot, man. They've been a surprise. I hadn't had a chance to see them. Don't know a whole lot about them, Shoes, but they've been doing tremendous in terms of following their record and they've won over 20 games this year. They hadn't lost a whole lot. So I hear they got a lot of young players.
You know, they've been kind of semi-regular at the state tournament lately. You know, they've been there a number of times lately. I'm wondering if that experience might have them prepared to give Neshoba a battle.
Well, this particular, you right, Shoes, this particular West Jones team, from my understanding, is more of a younger team because, you know, they got the great Bracayla Gray and the kid that's at USM right now. You know, that class graduated and went on to do well. But you're right, they've been in the Coliseum for a while now. So
yeah. I don't think they'll be in all of them, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, Germantown, Harrison Central, 6A. What we got, Eddie? Germantown. My coach has jumped in. Ashley Walker Johnson, our head coach, has come in the building. I'm trying to get her on camera.
What's up? I put Ashley on camera, man. What's up, my girl?
Eddie wants you on camera. He said,
hey, she gonna do it for me. I guarantee you she get on camera for me. Guarantee you she gonna do it for me. Guarantee
like,
you.
No way. She said, you see how I look, you know, like she said she look a mess, so she can't get on.
Hey, Coach, just throw me a deuce or something, Coach. Put a deuce in the camera or something for me, Coach. Just let me know.
You got to put it around here, like here. Yeah, there it is.
That's what's up.
That's the dude. You can talk though. You can talk. Go ahead. You want to say something? You ain't got to be in the camera. You can talk though.
Good evening. How y'all good people doing?
What's up, Coach?
How are you guys?
Oh, we good. Hey, Ashley, I was trying to figure out, Coach. You see that turtleneck? I mean that blue hoodie he got on.
It ain't blue. See, you can't elephant. Y'all can't see at night. You colorblind, ain't you? You can't see at night. That's what an elephant does. You cannot see at night. It is purple. The guy said that earlier. See, man, you gotta get your mind right.
Okay, so
it is purple.
Let me just say real quick. It is
I'm with Eddie. That's blue.
He's very aggressive with his words. I try to tell him that all the time. But I was coming up here because he told me in a very EV way, I'm at the office working. So I was like, let me go help him and do whatever I can do because he's trying to help make this program better. And he's
I never
on his
used
show.
the word working.
So
you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I just come to help out and he yelling at you guys doing the show, but he not really working. You know, he's just yapping. I feel for you. I feel for you guys.
Hey, Coach, I've been trying to figure out how he got that blue sweat. Well, you say it's purple. How you get that blue sweater over his big old head? I just can't figure that out for the life of me, Coach. How did he get it around his neck? Like I just
have to help him. We stretch it a little bit. We each hold the side and stretch it out a little bit.
So he went with the purple because now he want to be Barney today on Sunday night.
Yeah, he's Barney today.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this. Now Michael Johnson and Mariah Franklin said, let's go, the county. So they must be.
Yeah, they're the coach.
Huh?
That's the head coach and assistant coach.
And where?
Noxubee.
Knoxville.
Oh yeah, Mike Johnson. Okay, my guy. Okay, I see you, Mike. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mike. Y'all getting that L, baby, and I love you. I know you Eddie's guy, but you getting that L, baby. The L.
Hey, what's up, Mike
you.
Johnson? Hey, that's my boy Mike, man. Me and Money Mike go way back, man. That's my guy. Hey, Mike, no disrespect. I like y'all in the semis, but I think, championship is gonna be a different thing. So who else we got, Coach?
Last, definitely certain not least, but arguably to me, the best matchups, the best Final Four, boys or girls, you can argue, is the 6A girls. Germantown versus Harrison Central, Clinton versus Meridian. Like that is two, like it definitely rivals the 6A boys. I think that's the most, like, it can go either way out of anybody. Eddie, who you got? Germantown, Harrison Central.
I agree with you, though, Eddie. I agree with you. That might be the best Final Four period. The most high level Final Four period.
Well, I said before the season that 6A was gonna be like World War III. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna go Harrison Central over Germantown, and then I'm gonna go Meridian over Clinton, and then I'm gonna go Harrison Central over Meridian for the state championship.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I was wondering you're going to stick with your top 25 Harrison Central. I'm not going to bet against Madison Booker. I'm going to go Germantown. And then I'm going to go Meridian. But in the championship, they are going to lose to Darisha Poe and Charity Henry. I got Meridian coming out with their, I don't know when the last time they won a state championship, but I got Meridian. I got to go with the Meridian Eagle. I think they are the team of destiny. No disrespect to anybody, but I got Meridian winning it all.
I think I beg to differ in one of these matchups.
Okay, talk to me, Snack. Who you got?
Hold on. Y'all know Snack's finna talk about Clinton, man. He biased to Clinton. He finna roll with Clinton over Meridian. Go ahead, Snack.
Who you got, Snack?
well, somebody Eddie is Woj tonight, so he dropped the Woj bomb before I came out with the official statement. In fact, I beg to differ, man. I think Madison Booker is gonna get it done. And I think we're going to get the matchup with Clinton and Germantown again for the last one.
So who you going to get to win it? Who wins that, Snack?
Give me heart over hype. Give me Taylor Felton and the Clinton Arrows.
So Clinton will win their first. Will this be their first state championship, Eddie?
No.
No. I think they won with LaToya George back in the early 2000s, didn't they? I think LaToya, I want to say Clinton, this won't be their first. I want to say they won. I think LaToya George won state championship in Clinton, I believe. So it won't be their first.
Oh yeah. Actually, my cousin was the coach. They won in 2007.
Huh?
What was the girl, the guard with Alabama when they won? No, they were good. Merle beat them that year. They didn't win that year. That's right. They didn't win that year.
I know Clinton. My cousin Felicia Burton was the head coach. They won in 2007. Blood, baby. Blood won.
You asked the question. Well, you asked the question.
I know. It just
like you didn't know.
It clicked. It clicked.
Hey, Shoes. Hey, Shoes. Tell Snacks to give Coach Felton that $100 back, man. Coach Felton pays Snacks $100.
Yeah. He paid me to come on the show. He paid me to come on the show and pump him up.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, just don't be
surprised. They probably he gonna probably do a film shoot. He probably gonna film. He gonna be Snack's film guy for the next month or something.
Man, y'all crazy, man.
Hey, my thing went out. What happened, man? I'm sorry. My connection went out. I missed everything right there.
They probably arranged a swap. He probably just gonna be Snack's film guy for the next month. So, Phil,
Hey, what would I
Snack's
tell
film
y'all,
guy.
man? We're gonna come back to the round table. We're gonna say, I was right.
Hey,
Hey,
we'll be back.
Snack.
Hey, we're gonna be back here next Sunday, and at the end of the day, hopefully, we need to go ahead and go ahead and get. We right now want to let everybody know we want to get the champions on next week. So go ahead and be prepared to come on Talking Hoops and the Sip next week.
Hey, look, my
Yes.
people told me, like, everybody been saying, they say we can't go a whole week. They say we need to do like last year, that we need to stay on here to 1 o'clock on the weekdays after the game. They said it was the best time they had watching us after every game every day last year. They said it was the best time.
Well,
I'm not
I-
opposed.
I'm cool with that.
I had fun doing it last year. I'm gonna just be real with you. I want us to go ahead and bust our, you know what I'm saying, brackets. I want all our picks to be busted the same day. You know what I'm saying, the same time bracket.
Lauren Pittman says Sasha Goodlett won it at Clinton. She was the player at Clinton that won a state championship.
Okay.
And then little AP said Meridian championship will be there first. And she said, EV know the deal. Shout out to my girl AP. She know I rock with Meridian. At least this year I do.
Somebody just said we need more shows.
Well, good. Yeah, we you know,
We're
gonna take that. Michael Bester, yes, sir. We hear you, Michael Bester.
Yeah,
And
but I can't believe y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got a gold medalist in the state and we just picking against her like that. A gold medalist 5-star player, and we picking against her like that. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was at the Tupelo game. If she played at 100%, I don't think no team beats her. I think she scored 25 against Tupelo playing at, like, you know how they have like Dragon Ball Z characters. They don't morph into their Super Saiyan mode. I really think she'd just be floating through the game at like 50%, just having fun playing, you know what I'm saying, PlayStation basketball. She really just be making mixtapes out there. She ain't even going 110. So I think if she gonna turn it on in the semifinal, go 110, Madison Booker win her first championship.
there it is, Talante Weber. I got you. I got it. We work it down. And you know what, T? Well, it was hard for me to go against her in that finals. It really was, because I'm in total agreement with you. I think she's no doubt the best player in the state, hands down, not even close. But I just think that I feel it's Meridian's time. I really do. I feel like it's just.
I think Miss Poe probably argue with you, but I know we all gonna agree that she probably is. But I think Miss Poe would want to argue with you about that best player in the state.
I don't like Debrisha Poe. I love Debrisha Poe. There's no question in my mind. I love her. I think she's gonna have a phenomenal career at Mississippi State. But Booker, like T Webb said, she's, you're talking about gold medalist, top 5 in the country, 6'2" guard that can do whatever she wants with. If she chooses to go out and just go to work at all 3 levels, it's going to be hard to beat them. If she says, you know what, I'm going to make me 5 layups this game, I'm going to go and I'm going to make 4 post-ups, and then I'm going to hit all of my free throws, and then I'm going to throw in 4 threes, then you got something like it's no way you can stop her, because she's unguardable. They can't guard her, so she can get to anywhere on the floor that she wants to. So it's really up to her. And so that's what it boils down to.
It's interesting, the parallel to me between her and Kamani, because Kamani is a lot like that also. He gets 20 and 18 and he doesn't ever look like he's playing all out either. And I'll go as far as to say this. If he gets to the Coliseum and reasserts himself like he did in the Coliseum last year, Clinton very well probably can win it. He's the one player that can carry his team to the championship, I think.
Absolutely. And the reason that I was the only one that picked and the arrows is because of that very reason. He did that last year. He stepped up and said, I'm the man, and now it's my time of the year. And I think that he's going to repeat that performance and take Clinton not only to the big house, but he's going to give Leonard Taylor his first championship. And I think Leonard Taylor is why I'm so excited about a guy like Coach Taylor is he is a guy that had been picked over and picked over and picked over, and he was loyal. He stayed at Clinton, and they gave him a chance. And regardless of what happens, he's had a phenomenal year. And, you know, my hat's off to him. And just a phenomenal year he had. Just a first-class guy since I've met him. You know, I don't know, you know, I know y'all may know something else about it, but he's a first-class guy for me. You know, I don't know if Eddie likes him because, you know, he stole one of, you know, he picked up 4 or 5 of his tree limbs when Eddie was out eating one day in the forest. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he's a good dude. He's a good dude for me, you know. Eddie, you know.
Can somebody laugh at these lame jokes that he's saying? Just anybody just come off and give him a smile or something. Send him a box of Girl Scout cookies or something, man. Help him feel good.
We see what you're thinking about.
I want to say this too, something that we talked about before we go into our last geek of the night. I know we talked about some of the adjustments in the state championship games and things like that. Tomorrow, of course, y'all know I'll be covering all the girls, man, but like having these games at 9 o'clock in the morning. And again, I know a lot of people say, you know, there's no disadvantage or advantage because both teams are having to play at 9 o'clock in the morning. But the preparation, I'm sure, for the coaches can be a bit tough because you're having to eat breakfast. I know with AAU trying to do those 8 o'clock games, man, is really hard because you're having to do breakfast. And a lot of girls don't get a chance to eat breakfast. And, you know, a lot of kids got, you know, nerves and they up late at night, probably can't sleep. I know if I'm playing in a state semifinal game the night before, I'm probably up to 4 or 5 o'clock tossing and turning. Then I got to get up at 5:30 to prepare for a 9 o'clock game. What's y'all thoughts on that? If there's something we can do about it? If there was one adjustment shoes I would like to see is these 8 and 9 o'clock games. You know, they've had them as early as 8:30. I remember back in the day. So that's a bit tough to me, I think.
Yeah. Like with me, it's just like we had said. I think that week off was a long time. I think we should have played the third round. You know what I'm saying? At least in between that week span, maybe like on that Tuesday and that Thursday or something like that. I think we should have played earlier because last year was different. I don't know why the time this year it just seemed like everything just spaced out.
I don't know what happened last year to make it different though. I can't remember because they put 3 rounds before that to Jackson last year was the same thing.
They had a week off.
I want to say they did. They had a week off last year.
I don't think they had a week off between the second round and the third round game.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't think they did. I'm gonna have to go back and look it up, but I think they kind of like played, you know what I'm saying? Because even Tremaine, I know he was on here. He said something like that. They played, it was kind of like they played, I think he said they played Saturday for the third round. Then they came. Nope. I forgot how he said it, but he had said how it happened.
But I'm with you. They probably could go, man, you know, our state, people that run our organizations, they hate change for the sake of change. They just so stuck in the mud. But so they ain't gonna change nothing. But you know, because it's gonna have to come from the executive council. These coaches and ads and principals, they ain't gonna change nothing. You know, the best thing I could see was turn around and play that third round on that Monday, Tuesday again, like they did the week before. Then you could start the semis like on that Thursday or Friday of that same week and not have to play those 9 o'clock games, those 3 9 o'clock games.
Right, because for me,
those 3 sets of 9 o'clock games.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had said,
they can start on Thursday. They can start on Thursday and play a class a day. They can start the Thursday and play a class a day.
You see some of the people on live chat saying Coach Johnson said he played 3 games in a week because of the weather. Then
I remember it did snow.
No, we played 3 games that week. We played
the weather things in the mess last year.
Yeah. That's what happened.
And then Rob Smith says, no, remember it was a week off because it was snowing all week that one week in Mississippi last year.
Yeah, it did snow like February 14th. Yeah, it did.
They were scheduled the same way, but because of it was different. But To me, that would be the answer. Play those third round games Monday and Tuesday, just like you did the week before, and then you can start the tournament on that Thursday, and you can play a class a day. You wouldn't have to have double it up. You got 4 games in the semifinals. You can play a class a day.
Right, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know how. I don't know how the revenue looking, but it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, you'll have more people if you started the semis on that the week before, like on that Thursday and Friday, like you're saying, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, instead of during the week, because I don't know how it looked like on Monday through Wednesday, because you know what I'm saying, I won't be there until Thursday. But
it's always a good crowd because these schools they are going to first of all, especially for the small schools that's playing those early games, they're gonna shut them towns down and they're gonna send the whole town when they get here.
Right.
So the small schools early games, they're gonna shut school down, they're gonna shut the whole town down. So everybody gonna follow. So that's the thing that where it doesn't hurt because you got the small schools playing, and you know the whole town takes pride in a team making a tournament like that. They're gonna shut the town down.
I agree with your shoes, Talante. What I noticed, I was there at a lot of those early games. While we was working, guys like myself, Shoes, and Brandon Shields, EV was in the hospitality room. So when Biggersville and those teams were playing, they were, honestly, those games were pretty full. Like you say, the whole town was there, you know, and so I don't think it's a revenue issue with those early games. I'm thinking more for preparation as a coach, you know, and just trying to, the coach who's better prepared at 9 o'clock versus a team that's not as prepared, I think has an advantage in playing a game that early. So, but anyway, you know, that would be the only adjustment that I would see. Obvious. I do want to talk about the MAIS, which is being played over at Mississippi College right now. I know we don't want to forget about the private school thing, and y'all thoughts on. Man, I tell you what, you can lose your state championship and hell still be playing. You know what I mean? And so they play a lot of basketball. And I know as far as the girls, I'll just give an overview. I was looking at some of those scores as they were coming through, and hell, I thought it was first quarter, end of the second quarter, but they were 32 and 28 points. Hell, those were finals. And so I was like, man, there's a bunch of football scores last week in MAIS. So, you know, what happens is as the teams get late in the season, I guess a lot of teams started taking advantage of not having a shot clock and milking that clock when you see a lot of games in the 20s and 30s and stuff like that. So I know PCS and Lee Academy had a really good game that went down to the wire. Leak ended up jumping Miriam Prince, making her get a ball up, and girl ended up hitting a game-winning shot. I saw that. So, you know, but the private school, I know we've talked about that a lot. There's a lot of really good basketball in MAIS, and there's some teams like Leak Academy who I think, honestly, if you put them in a class 3A, I think they're probably better than every 1A, 2A, 3A team, possibly even better than a lot of the 4A teams. I don't think they beat a Tishomingo County or Pontotoc, but I think they can beat a lot of the other 4A teams. So there's some private school teams that are really good, and I know there'll be some good basketball over there as well in Clinton. So,
who are some of you, as you could continue to expand on that? Who are some of the, you mentioned, obviously, the young lady from Leak Academy. Who are some other girls to watch? I know there's a girl at Jackson Prep and Jackson Academy who's pretty good. Who are some other girls that you would say that are going to be playing this week out of Mississippi College?
Well, I think the kid that you're talking about at Jackson Prep, Andy Flatguard, she used to play in our program and went over to play with the Southern Stars in Alabama her sophomore year. She's a good-headed player. She can score. I think she's going to a school over in Alabama. She's signed and committed.
Alabama Huntsville.
Yeah, and so she's definitely a kid that I think that you want to watch out for. Jackson Academy has the kid Nene. She's a really good ball player. I was really surprised Hartfield Academy has played really well, and they took Coach Ingram did a pretty good job with their group, and they went. I think they overachieved with everything that he lost last year. overachieved and really did a tremendous job at Hartfield Academy. He's got a well-coached bunch. And my guy, Coach Henry Gant's group, ended up losing a game. And then he's got two dynamic seniors that have been, they were preseason MAIS players. So, like I said, a lot of good basketball, man. Those kids are extremely talented. And like I say, I know I won't be able to get over there because I'll be covering. I hate that it's going on, but as we talk about the overall, and the last thing before I stop is like I would like to see us get back to I guess what used to be the overall shoes was the Grand Slam. This is a year that I'm really, really hating. I know we tried to do it for the Rumble. I know EV and myself talked about doing something, before he took the job at Mississippi Valley State. This was a season that I really hate that we won't get a chance to see Neshoba Central, who I think is a top 25 team in the country, and Harrison Central, regardless of what EV said, they've only lost 1 or 2 games. And hell, one game they lost because of COVID. COVID affected a lot of these teams. When you look at teams who's lost a game or two, COVID affected a lot of teams and stuff. So I do believe that the Harrison Central and the Neshoba are nationally ranked teams, and I would love to have seen them play at some level, or maybe try to do a dream game between those two teams if they were to win 6A Harrison Central, who I picked to win, and then Neshoba Central. So, but I would love to see a Grand Slam at some point to be able to get back to that, where the top team, where the champions from all over get the chance to play for the overall championship, kind of what they do in MAIS. So, but I guess the difference in MAIS, you don't have to win your state champ. Well, I guess you do. Do you win your state championship and then you go into the overall, or how does that work?
They take the top 3. They take the top 3 from each class. They take the top 3 from each class to the overall.
Okay.
And speaking of the MAIS, I just want to say this. Shame on you, MAIS, for what you did to Clinton Christian. Shame. The Clinton Christian boys, for them not being able to play in this, that is unacceptable. You take a kid, you don't have all your information straight. You have a kid that parents build a home in Clinton, Mississippi, and the kid comes from Canton. You have some disgruntled parent or somebody from Canton Christian who calls the MAIS and causes Clinton Christian. Now, this is the information I have, and so if I'm wrong about this, forgive me. But if this is correct, let me start over. If this is correct, shame on you for eliminating Clinton Christian boys who were pretty much the favorites to win another 3A state championship and possibly an overall after they just beat MRA 78-77. And then you just kick them out the playoffs for not having all your information correct. That is unacceptable.
That's bogus. Yeah.
It is unacceptable. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that should have never happened. And if that had happened on if we got to be held accountable, because it's no different if that had happened to somebody else. They would have, put their foot to the fire. And that is very disappointing. I know we all make mistakes, but that was a major mistake. And you had an organization, a whole school, and a bunch of young men who were trying to do the right thing get punished, and that's not right. And that's I don't know. It's nothing you can do now other than they should have been. Once you found out, to me, they should have been let in the overall state championship. That would have been the only thing that they could have done to make up for that. That should have been done, and maybe it has been done. I just don't know the brackets. But if it has not,
when they were out, they were out. When they went out, they were out.
Yeah, that's very, very, very.
I had to believe the call came from somebody. Now I don't know any facts, just rumors. My rumors said that the call came from somebody MRA was sour grapes after they beat them.
Well, whoever made the call, shame on you as well. But at the end of the day, there's no way in the world that when they found out that those parents moved to Clinton and they took a video of the kid back at his grandmama's in Canton, that's not right. Like, we got to stop that. And that is very unfortunate. something happened like that, and also and we just got to cut that can't happen. Not at that level. I mean, again, everybody makes mistakes, but that was very disappointing when I heard that. And so we mentioned that, and when you talk about the MIS, they have a great product. Their teams, we're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater because they are a well-run organization and they have great teams. We look forward to seeing Josh Hubbard and Cam Brent hopefully getting a rematch, Jackson Prep versus MRA in the overall championship. That'll be a great one.
What about
Jackson
DJ Smith?
Prep.
Don't forget about DJ Smith. Don't
You
forget
said
about
who now?
DJ Smith.
Where at?
Don't forget about DJ Smith at Greenville Christian.
Oh, that's right. DJ Smith, Greenville Christian. They are definitely capable of making a run as well. So we definitely can't do that. With that being said, let's jump into our last geek of the night as we get ready to close. And we'll start with you, Talante, as you pop back on for your geek of the night, your last geek.
Yeah, man, I had to pop off and eat real fast, but just good luck to
If
everybody.
he don't get off the heat,
Yeah, we saw you
on
snacking.
the show. I need to get off the heat.
Hey, I had to turn the camera. I'm like, man, I can't be eating on live. So I'm just turn the camera off. But my last geek, man, you know what I'm saying? Like we always say, no hard feelings to anybody that we pick. My matchups, I pick off matchups who I think gonna win. Like if I had to bet money on these games, that's how I pick who I think gonna win. But man, just good luck to everybody and everybody who making it to the big house starting tomorrow. Just you know what I'm saying, enjoy the moment because you're not promised to get back if you're an underclassman, and if you're an upperclassman, it's your last hurrah. So just enjoy the moment, soak it in, and have fun because a lot of people are not gonna play college ball after this. So you know what I'm saying, just enjoy the moment and good luck.
Snack.
Just want to congratulate all those that have made it far in postseason play, and we look forward to some matchups to close out the.
Easy one.
Hey, the basketball is an important game, and basketball can take you through all walks of life. It can provide finances for people like myself and Talante, who's in the business. It can, I've met a lot of great people from basketball, but I saw that to say this, man, as we close out Black History Month, shout out to all the people who have paved the way for us to enjoy the game of basketball and what it brings. Because what I like about sports, and I say this all the time, as I run my youth league, which Shoes is real familiar with, when you walk into our youth league, Shoes, you got people from all different walks of life, don't you, Shoes? So, and we got them all in there. And so I just want to say that sometimes we get lost in some of the people who have, died and fought for the opportunity for us to enjoy this game. Just shout out to all of the pioneers, especially from being an African-American person. Basketball was probably one of the first games where sports that we were kind of accepted in, and we've been able as a race to be able to go out and perform and showcase our abilities. And there's so many blessings that comes behind it. So I just want to say that good luck to all of the players, man. We're hoping for a really good week. I'm excited. I'm gonna be up and at it first thing in the morning covering that first game. And so, man, we ready to rock and roll. And that's it, man. Great show tonight. I know me and Evie, jank a lot at each other, man. But man, I just want to tell you, brother, I appreciate you doing what you're doing and bringing this show together and us talking and touching on topics. And we got a lot of banter between you and I, but I got a lot of respect for you and stuff like that, man. And I appreciate you being the host and bringing this show together. So that's my last geek.
Choose.
I just want to say again, like everybody else is saying, shout out to all the teams. Good luck to all the teams, all the players, all the coaches. We look forward to our outstanding week. Like I said earlier, man, I'm excited. This is the best week, one of the best weeks of ball in the state to me. and I look forward to the big thing is, man, I enjoy watching the fans. Like I was speaking earlier about the small towns, the fan support, how they bring the whole town. It's just it's outstanding. To watch some of the teams and some and the fans for those teams. And we just pray for a really good week. No injuries, no incidents. We just want to have a week of pure basketball, the artistry of basketball.
I appreciate you guys and keeping with the thing. It's Big House Week, baby. This is what you all played for. This is what you all worked hard for in the summer, just all year round to get to this point. And it is an exciting time. And so we wish everyone, we speak Godspeed on every high school team that comes, and even the people that did make it, and all the kids who are seniors and their career, their high school career is over. Some will never play basketball again. We hope that you use this time that you've had in sports is some of the greatest parallels to life. You being on time for practice, working hard in practice. You got to be on time for your job. You have to work hard in your job. And so we hope that you've learned the lesson. And then those of you who are fortunate to go on and play in college, understand that it's a whole nother level of commitment that you have to do. And so we just pray that you will continue to do that and perform to the best of your ability. Somebody's gonna come out with the championship this week, and we're excited about that. And so go ahead, Shoes. You had something else?
Yeah, I just want to say one other thing. I was just speaking on the basketball, the big week, but I just want to throw out there for everybody that loves basketball in any form that you got a tattoo. This is a smorgasbord week of basketball. We got the big house. We got everything going in the big house. Monday and Wednesday, you've got the MAIS over at Mississippi College, the overall semis and finals. And at the end of the week, you will have the Region JUCO region, the Region 23 JUCO tournament over at Mississippi College on I think Thursday and Friday, or Friday and Saturday. I know the semis and finals over there. So man, smorgasbord of basketball. If you don't get to the big house, if you love the game, go check somebody out somewhere.
Absolutely. This is one of the best weeks. Go ahead, Eddie.
I was just gonna say also too, Talante and myself is putting on the Talking Hoops in the SIP showcase for all of the fans that are watching it. We're working on some really, really good things. I know March is gonna be a huge month for AAU travel ball. You got the Legends Camp as well as our showcase. So we're excited about that over at MRA. We'll start with middle school on Friday night. What's those dates, Talante?
March 25th and March 26th.
Yep. So we'll be releasing our schedule this week of games. And so you're going to get a lot of basketball for a very reasonable price if you want to satisfy your basketball quench. The second annual Talking Hoops in the SIP showcase, it will be the place to be. We're excited about that. We're going to have 200, just over 200 kids throughout the state of Mississippi from all the way down from the class of 2027 all the way up to the class of 2022, girls and boys. There's going to be a lot of kids who I'm excited about some of the unsung kids that a lot of people don't know about that's going to be at the camp that a lot of coaches have nominated. So shout out to all the high school coaches, middle school coaches, and parents who sent in their nominations. We've ciphered through everything. Be patient with us as we've had over 500 nominations. So we're trying to, sift through everything and make sure that everybody get accounted for. So we appreciate y'all patience and understanding as we try to make this event the premier event in the state of Mississippi. So just mark that on your calendar, man. We're really excited about this up and coming event.
And for Thomas Snackley, ESPN ESPY Award winner, Talante Weber, Eddie Young, Shoes Johnson, I am Coach EB, aka EB the Geek, saying good evening.